This is Double D in the Sunday Morning, Episode 5. How to not care about what people think about you. Part 1, Bullying. People are always going to tell you and heckle you and tell you that they think they know best. But it's your life, and if you want to be whatever you want to be, you go ahead and be whatever you want to be. Let's say that you're a black singer that wants to be the next Aretha Franklin or Whitney Houston. Just as an example. Well, you go ahead and try and to be the most successful singer you can be. Sure, there's going to be race-related bullying and stuff, but just try your best to get past all that. Next example. You're a disabled person, but you want to do something successful, and you want to move out of your hometown and become something. People are going to try to tell you you're not going to be able to do it and put you down. Or, in the comments, they'll bully you. Don't listen to any kind of bullying. You can do it. No matter if you're disabled, black, Asian American, whatever. Another example is Asian hate, because of this whole coronavirus. People have been labeling this the Asian virus. Viruses they're not people. They don't have an origin like a person. I don't care where that virus came from. Quit calling it things like the Kung flu and stuff. Quit bullying people over their ethnicity because of the possibility that something came from Asia. A lot of bad things come from all over the world. But don't be a racial related bully. And if they are being that way and you're an Asian American watching this, remember that there are people that still care about you. And to the disabled thing again, you can be the best Special Olympian or Paralympian that you can be, but don't listen to people and they're going to try to say negative things like you can't do it. Be whatever you want to be, no matter what you are. If your ethnicity is a Native American, be the best person you can be. Just whatever you are, whatever you want to do. Don't give in to what the people think in the stereotypical way is what you should do. Do what you want. I'm trying to explain to people in this video that we can get above what people think we should do and what people think we are. Like a black person isn't an N-word, or a Native American person isn't a savage, or a Latino person isn't, well, you know the other phrase for them. But people are people, and they have emotions, and they have things they want to do. I want people to learn from this video that you can do and be whatever you want. And a realistic, like, I'm not trying to tell you can be Superman or anything like that, but you can do whatever you want, as long as it's within reality. You can be whatever you want. You can be the black Thomas Edison if you wanted to be. You can be the Native American Thomas Edison. You could be the first Native American that's a NASCAR racer. You could be the first Asian American that's a racer. You can be whatever you want to be. Whether it's the first black male astronaut, the first Native American astronaut, the first Asian American astronaut, you can be whatever you want to be. And some of those have already happened. I'm just giving it as examples. You could be the first Native American video game designer. You could be the first black video game designer. You can do whatever you want. You could be the first person to design a special kind of chair, no matter what your race, whether it be a wheelchair or a recliner. You could be the first disabled person to actually do something that you would consider important. Like, for instance, you could walk around in a goth get up if you wanted to, because that's what you want to do. You could have a character on YouTube, and if you wanted to, that's what you would want to do. Do whatever you want to do. Don't let people dictate what you're going to do. Do what you want to do. Don't listen to the bullies. As long as you're living a right kind of life and abiding by the law, which is what we're technically supposed to do, but what I'm talking about, as long as you're doing things like that, I don't care what you do. I want people to have morals, and I want the people that I'm targeting this video towards to know that they can do anything. I honestly think you can. You could be the next Einstein, for all I care. A disabled person, or a black person, or a Native American, or an Asian American, any kind of minority. You can do whatever you want. And don't let the naysayers tell you that you can't. You could build the first glass house that was completely out of glass. You could build the first house that's out of ceramic clay. You could do whatever you want. You could invent things. You could just be who you want to be, and don't let me or anybody else stop you. And I'm not going to try. I'm just saying, do what you want to do. Don't listen to the bullies. Well, that's it for today's video. Like, subscribe, and comment to Double D in the Morning if you like this video. And follow me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. The links will be in the description. And follow my other website, YouTube channel, at A Slice of Life with Drew Moore. The link to that will also be in the description. And join me for part 2 of How to Not Care What People Think. Self-anxiety. Because anxiety is another big thing.